handling of the Epstein files. I mean, this is something that has become a political liability, not just for Bondi, but also for the president and the Republican Party, which is why we actually saw Republican Nancy Mace really pushing for this subpoena. And on X today, she said, quote, Attorney General Bondi claims the DOJ has released all of the Epstein files. The record is clear. They have not. 3 million documents have been released, and we still don't have the full proof. So it'll be interesting to see how she responds to this.
Very interesting. And we should note that the last hearing that she's being subpoenaed to come on Capitol Hill, I don't know if it's for an open hearing or private testimony, but the last hearing didn't go so well for Bondi. She lashed out at a Democrat, calling him a loser lawyer. This was in the Senate. Do you think that she's going to approach this testimony the same way?
It'll be really interesting to see, because that became part of the monoculture, right? There are all these memes, people even ask questions. What is your coffee order? And then pointing to the Dow, because that's how she handles questions about the Epstein files. So I think if she has to do this again, she's going to have to do this in a much more serious way. So she's likely consulting with her lawyers inside DOJ and trying to figure out, do I have to do this? If I do, can we narrow it down? And then what approach are we going to take? Because the last hearing that she had, it turned into a circus.
And we should note that she started off by saying that they were going to release the Epstein files. They gave notebooks full of information that had already been released to these, random right-wing memers. And then she said on Fox, like, I have the Epstein files on my desk. Obviously, there are 6 million of them. She didn't have them on her desk. Then they were stonewalling for months. I mean, I can't think of anything that any release of documents that has been handled worse by this administration.
Yeah, no, she definitely has that superlative. And there is this history of making statements, saying one thing, and then doing another, or making a promise and then not following through. She says, we released all the documents. Well, clearly that's not true. There are still millions that are being withheld. And I also see inside DOJ, there is frustration. The way this law was written, the amount of time that they had to release these files, that they just said there was no way they were going to be able to do this properly. So they don't feel like they were really given the opportunity to do this the way they would have liked to. But clearly the way they've handled it, even given that law, even given the larger circumstances, has drawn bipartisan criticism, which is why she is being called before the House to answer questions. And like you said, I mean, this is bipartisan. This has become a liability, not just for her, but for the president, for the party. A lot of the reason we have this release is because of the groundswell, right? This matters to a lot of Americans and a lot of folks who support the president. That's why her hand was forced here. So if this happens, it'll be really fascinating to see if she repeats that now infamous appearance a few weeks ago, that approach, because that's really how she is in person, sort of so flippant, so aggressive, or if she takes a different tact.
Yeah, no, that's not what she's like in private at all. Yeah. Paula Reed, thanks so much. Another issue front and center on Capitol Hill today, Minnesota's welfare fraud scandal. Billions of dollars stolen. Here, the heated exchanges between Republicans and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. That's next.
Spring, the unofficial new year for tool people. New jobs, new projects. Celebrate your new year with quality tools and savings at Harbor Freight. Get ready. Unbeatable deals are coming soon at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale.
My name is Christine. My husband Ryan was a healthy 34-year-old, and then 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. 10 minutes, 100% online, no medical exam.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Need blood pressure support? Total Beats contain a patented key ingredient clinically shown to deliver 2 times better blood pressure support. That's why Total Beats is the #1 best-selling Beats brand in America. Take control of your health with Total Beats. Search Amazon now for Total Beats.
Hey there, everybody, gotta get someone off my chest real quick. Gotta find a therapist who really listens to what I have to say.
Buddy. Look on ZocDoc, 15, 10, 20 therapists, including the guy right here. Don't just listen, really makes you feel like being heard.
So,
you've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
This March at Renewal by Andersen, replace your windows, your patio doors, or your entry door, and we're going to give you an amazing opportunity. You ready? Pay nothing. And I mean zero zilch nada for 18 months. Just to be clear, that's a year and a half. I'm talking about no money down, no monthly payments. and no interest until September 2027. Get your windows and doors now and take advantage of our pay it down the line financing. And did you know over 60% of all our customers choose to finance? It just makes sense. But hold on, why choose Renewal by Andersen in the first place? Because choosing Renewal by Andersen to replace your windows and doors makes your home worth more. Don't believe us? 3 out of 4 realtors surveyed agree. Andersen products increase a home's value by at least 10%. Yep, you win. Go take a victory lap around your house right now. And when you're ready to sell your home, it's possible that your new windows and doors could help pay for themselves by increasing the value of your home. Replace your windows, patio doors, or your front entry door, and there's no money down, no payments, and no interest until September of 2027. Get them now and pay down the line. And here at Renewal by Andersen, your local design consultants, measure technicians, certified master installers, and customer service team are all going to give you the best home improvement experience you've ever had. Let us show you colors, styles, and inspiration for your home. Get started by meeting with one of our design consultants by March 31st. Don't wait. Call 1-800-501-1400. That's 1-800-501-1400.
Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Listen to your lungs. Learn more at SavedByTheScan.org.
I had a heart attack about 1.5 years ago, and so now I have an ICD implant that needs stable and reliable internet to give routine checks and daily reports to my cardiologist. When my cardiologist told me he wasn't getting the information he needed, me and my fiance looked into better internet providers, and we found Spectrum. As soon as we switched, he said he saw every daily report, every routine check that they did, that made us feel like we were back in control of my life.
Real customers, real reliability. To get the most reliable internet, visit Spectrum.com.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
This is CNN.
In our Law and Justice lead, Minnesota's shocking multi-billion-dollar welfare fraud scandal